All right, we are back in Chicago, but today we are covering $1 million homes. The most fun because it's the real estate everybody really likes to look at. So let's compare a few areas of Chicago versus here locally in coastal Virginia. What does that look like? How does it compare? What can you get here versus there? First up, we are in Lincoln Park because in the end, all my Lincoln Park fans out there. 2350 North Orchard Street, 1.3 million, 2 beds, 2.5 baths, 1,647 square feet. We do have a condo fee here. It looks like $1,167 a month. That's pretty high, but let's take a look at these photos. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous building. The foyer, beautiful, big open, tall ceilings. You can definitely see that they spent some money on those cabinets. I love when they contrast the center island with the cabinets on the wall. I just think that looks really, really good. I think it's a design aesthetic that I totally appreciate. Tall, sprawling windows letting in tons of natural light. Here's a little detail up here you might be able to see. It looks like the vent system is set up so the HVAC system is not like your traditional vents. It's a little bit of an upgrade here, which is a nice little touch. Kudos, kudos, kudos to this photographer. You guys did a great job on all the exposure and white balance. I love that they have a fire going on in the fireplace, and that stone like trim piece around the outside is just gorgeous. Nice tall ceilings over into the bedrooms. The black details on the windows I think is a nice touch and is super common today with kind of the Chip and Joanna Gaines kind of aesthetic that's been super popular. Bathrooms are nice, laundry room's nice. I mean, it's about everything you would expect at $1 million home. Really, the main downside is that you've got a massive HOA condo fee. You're downtown stacked on top of people. But I guess if you're in Chicago and this is kind of where you want to be, this is the price point at which you can expect. So let's bounce over into Norfolk, Virginia. This is an area called Ghent. Super walkable, tons of access to things. You can ride your bike to the grocery store. You can go get your haircut. Plenty of restaurants, lots of festivals, tons and tons to do. Here's what's interesting though. Single family house just recently sold this last year, a little over $1 million, 6 bedrooms, 5 baths, and 6,200 square feet. It's enormous. Just taking a look at the outside, it looks extremely well cared for. I love the deep southern front porch, the brick details. You go inside immediately in the foyer, and all of this woodwork and detail is absolutely gorgeous. They did a great job maintaining and taking care of this home. Now, some of the design items in here, like the curtains and the chandelier, may not be your personal touch or taste, but hey, that's stuff that's super easy to do and change. If you wanted to go in here and repaint, redecorate, add some touches here and there, would be super easy to maintain some of the original characteristics of the home, yet put your personal touch. But check out this kitchen. It is beautiful, beautiful. Custom cabinetry, built-in little nook there for the breakfast dining area. I'm a fan of when they add carpet runners on stairs. If you ever owned a house with wood stair treads, you know that with kids, it gets really noisy very quickly. The primary suite, absolutely huge. The bathroom, enormous. Clawfoot soaker tub, awesome. Subway tile running all the way up the wall. Just piece after piece of this house is to die for. Looks up here on the third floor, you've got a workout, hangout area. You've got a miniature kitchenette here up on the third floor. So if you want to hang out or even maybe put somebody up there like a mother-in-law, you could do that. And if you're coming from the city, this thing in the backyard is called a backyard. It has green space, grass, and that's your space. You don't have to share that with your neighbors. All right, let's bounce back over into Chicago, into West Loop. This place, 1137 Monroe Street, number 4, sold for $1,040,000, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 3,100 square feet. So a decent sized place. And to be honest, these pictures are gorgeous. Obviously there's a courtyard here, that's shared space. I don't know why the first photo they put up is of this like cramped like foyer area. I mean, that's just not the first picture you want to see of the unit. However, when you get up into the living spaces, beautiful. Tons of natural light, canned lightings, floating shelves around the fireplace, original hardwood floors, a nice kind of sleek modern design for the kitchen. However, those do look like kind of stock cabinets, like builder grade, just nothing really that special. I adore this built-in eating nook. That's super cool. You do have a patio, but you are staring immediately at your neighbor. And it looks like it's like 4 feet wide, maybe. I mean, the house is nice. It's decent inside. The bathrooms are not really all that up to date. So one of the things I'm always talking about with clients is that you're always kind of balancing between location, size, amenity, and condition. And if I'm comparing this against the last place in Chicago, we're really not that far off on purchase price, but it's just not as nice inside as the previous property, although you have much more space. All right, let's swing back over into Norfolk. We're close to downtown here. This place sold for $1.5 million, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 3,400 square feet. Location wise, this is pretty prime. You've got gorgeous views of the city. You're downtown in the mix of everything. I will say downtown Norfolk is not like Chicago. Our downtown is much, much smaller. There's far less nightlife. This unit in particular, if you're wanting covered parking spaces and some privacy, and you don't want to have to worry about outside maintenance, this could be a really good option. I mean, just check out those gorgeous hardwood floors, open spaces, plenty of balcony space to sit out there. You get to see the USS Wisconsin, and I can tell you from personal experience, this location on the building is absolutely perfect during anything to do with fireworks because the view from here is just phenomenal. And it looks like they spent a dime in that kitchen. Wow, everything in there looks custom. You can see that they turned one of the bedrooms into like custom cabinetry office space, tons of bookshelves. This is this person's fortress of solitude. All the bathrooms are updated. The bedrooms that are there are nice and big and spacious. You have an enormous built-in like butler's pantry and wine rack. Plus you have access to a pool and a gym. This is pretty fantastic at this price point. All right, back over into Chicago, Bowmanville. 1115 Berwyn Avenue, $1.1 million, sold not that long ago, 3,200 square feet, so a decent sized house, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. If I had to guess, it's going to look absolutely beautiful inside. First photo I see is this gorgeous kitchen. It looks like it's been completely renovated. I love this center island, all of the built-in bookshelves. The laundry room is fantastic. The dining room, living room is fantastic. Tons of natural lighting. Good job on the photography here. Primary suite is nice and large. Check out that soaker tub, and that shower is something special. It looks to me like just about everything is wonderfully and tastefully updated. You have, it looks like a basement with some surround sound in there. I love me a good sound system. You have a backyard deck space with actual green yard, which is not that common when you're close to the city. And it's always nice when people add a floor plan to their listings. Don't you agree? All right, swinging back over into Norfolk. We're in a neighborhood called Larchmont. So if you want to be close to everything, close to downtown, still within driving distance to the beach, maybe 15, 20 minutes for ocean view, close to things like botanical gardens and the zoo, but you want a little bit more of a neighborhood suburbia feel, this would be a great option. And this place sold not that long ago for $1.7 million. This place, if I remember correctly, had like 5 or 6 offers within the first few days. And you'll see why. It doesn't even have a pool, but the yard is fantastic. The seawall is exceptionally well taken care of. The dock, I've seen this house in person. It's beautiful. Everything in here has been wonderfully updated and renovated. You have a massive garage. Landscaping is on point. I adore when you can walk into the house and the first thing you see is the highlight. The water is right there. That is just a design aesthetic that if you're an architect or a designer, you know what you're doing here because that's what's selling the house. I love these pendulum lights above the kind of waterfall edge granite countertop island. There is huge galleyway on both sides, plenty of space for plenty of people to be cooking in there. All of those windows looking over the water, just something really special here. I will admit, I'm not a huge fan of when the subway tile is perfectly lined up. I like it offset, but this is a design aesthetic, a design choice that they obviously made. And here's the room where my wife would never absolutely leave because it is easy to open up all these windows when the weather is perfect and there's tons of natural sunlight. And if you wanted to lay in a sun patch like a cat, you probably could. And that's exactly what she would do. And then in the backyard, a wonderful deck, actual pavers for the patio, not just stamped concrete, which is a really nice touch. And just photo after photo after photo after photo, just showing off how magnificent this property is. In Larchmont, I just don't know if you're gonna get much better. 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 4,200 square feet, 1.7 million. Pretty fantastic. Hey, if you're looking at making a move, whether it's from Chicago or any other marketplace, and you're looking at moving into the coastal Virginia area and you need a guide, that's what our team does. Both the purchase, resale, investments, financing, all of that, you can get a hold of our team down below in the description. All right, last up, we're downtown Chicago. right? We are in the heart of the city. Now, you may be looking at, hey, Dan, I live in the heart of the city of Chicago. I've got $1 million budget. I don't want to be in the mix anymore. I want to be out in the country. I want some space. I want some privacy. I want dogs. I want cats. I want cows, whatever it is that you want to get. All right, well, we're going to compare downtown Chicago to something out in the country here in the coastal Virginia area, which you still have the ability to go and drive 20, 30 minutes to the oceanfront and still have access to everything. That's one of the beauties of the Hampton Roads area or coastal Virginia area, is that you're really only 25, 35 minutes from just about everything. So 130 North Garland Court, unit number 2311, sold for a little over $1 million, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 2,000 square feet. Okay, so we can expect that we're gonna have some really good views. Let's take a look. And that's what we see. Beautiful views of the park, of the ballpark, of the water, of downtown. I mean, it is pretty freaking fantastic. You have access to a gym, you've got access to a pool, but access to that pool and that gym is gonna cost you just a hair under $1,500 a month. You even got a rooftop terrace, which, I mean, it's just gorgeous up there. But check out these views from this individual unit. I get interior design, you gotta look past these things. You may love this, you may hate this, but what we're looking at is, what do I have access to? What are the views? How good is the quality of construction? That type of thing. It looks like either one, they had some custom paint done on this wall, or this is custom wallpaper. Somebody spent some money there. The kitchen cabinets are very modern, sleek panel style. Very, very beautiful. Looks like an induction cooktop and some interesting glass for the backsplash. I'm not quite sure what that is. But it looks like all of the major lighting fixtures are one-off pieces, bespoke pieces that they purchased for this house individually. Tall ceilings, wonderful floors, tastefully decorated, lovely colors all throughout. Wallpaper that is obviously bespoke. Lovely updated bathrooms with tile going all the way to the ceiling. More custom wallpaper, more updated bathrooms. I mean, if you're at this price point, this is kind of what you expect. Plus you get a private balcony, which overlooks, I mean, some of the best views in Chicago, probably hands down. Okay, so we're gonna bounce out to an area called Edinburgh out in Chesapeake. Probably one of the nicest neighborhoods, period, hands down, in all of Chesapeake. Mostly $1 million homes that are in here. The lots are big. All the houses are newly built or newer built. This place sold not that long ago for $1.8 million. 7 bedrooms, 5.5 baths. This is a big house, 6,100 square feet, but it's got a spot right here on the water. Gorgeous craftsmanship, updated. It's absolutely beautiful. Check out the foyer, the woodwork, the entrance door here, all of the details, the coffered ceilings. Beautiful, beautiful kitchen. I love all the details of the trim here. They obviously spent a good amount of money trying to trim this out and make it the best. Custom cabinetry, large double island, huge walk-in pantry, more coffered ceilings with the details on the trim, lots of built-in lighting, secondary butler's pantry with plenty of storage for all the nice china, if that's something that you're into. Massive ensuite, tons of windows, plantation shutters, tray ceilings, a separate seating area, and a monster walk-in closet for this primary suite. And then just look at this bathroom. I'm gonna let the majority of the photos tell the story here, because it's photo after photo after photo of just gorgeous details throughout a custom home. Obviously extremely well cared for. Outside kitchen. I mean, it's just, I don't even feel like I need to say anything. This place is amazing. I adore this garage. And then this outdoor space. And you know, you get a little bit fancy when they take a separate photo just for the attic space to show you how much storage it has. I mean, these are like 15-foot ceilings in the attic. You could go in here and probably build this out into a separate living area. So if you've got $1 million budget and you want to be out in the country, this is pretty freaking fantastic. $1 million homes, Chicago versus coastal Virginia. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Till the next video.